I'm Travis Nelson for Senate District 35, and I approve this message.
Hi, everybody. My name is Larisa Bolivar. I'm a community leader and advocate living here in rural Colorado in Trinidad. I'm here with Travis Nelson, candidate for Senate District 35 here in rural Colorado. I am here to show my support for his candidacy. I have worked with him in the past on policy issues such as addressing the opioid epidemic, and through the years I've gotten to know him. And as an independent for over 20 years, I really see his independent spirit. I really respect that he's not drawn into the division, and he's seeking unity within our community. We share a lot of values, most importantly, women's rights and women's bodily autonomy. And then I just also have a profound desire to see that we respect the dignity of the growing elderly population, and ensure that they have healthcare rights. We really need a candidate like Travis from Gardner who understands the needs of the rural community, especially water rights, and just overall, we need an independent voice that'll roll up their sleeves and get down to work, which is totally what Travis would do if he were voted for Senate. And with that said, I would like to introduce Travis.
Thank you so much, Larissa. I'm grateful for your friendship and your support and all your help this campaign. Thank everybody for joining us today for our first State of SD 35 address. We actually represent rural Senate District 35, the largest rural Senate district in the state of Colorado. That runs from Trinidad at the New Mexico state line, all the way up to Elizabeth, all the way east to Burlington on the Kansas line, south to Springfield at the Oklahoma Panhandle, and all the way back to Trinidad in Los Animas County. That's actually 12 and a half counties of rural Colorado. Our community here in Senate District 35 is taking some serious hits lately. We've got our water issues. I've always fought hard for water optimization. Our schools are fading, they're consolidating. We're paying our teachers less in rural Colorado than in Denver Metro, and of course it makes it hard to retain them. We've got a medical care crisis. We have so many rural hospitals closing. We have OBGYN care, less and less available. You're seeing departments in rural Colorado shutting down. And then our taxes on our property, on our ranch land and our homes is skyrocketing under the new assessed values going up. But I want to talk about the spirit of our district. We don't quit in Senate District 35. Our people are salt of the earth, like you said. We are working families, we're ranch families, farming families. We are agricultural centered. Like it is basically one big piece of grazing country for cattle with a little bit of farming where we have enough water, which is so limited in our district. Made up of small businesses, which are the lifeblood of Senate District 35. As an unaffiliated candidate, I fight hard for unity. I have always kept a policy of kindness, love, and respect for our opposition. I believe we have to treat each other with kindness and respect if we plan on working together. We have to transcend partisan politics for the sake of all of our people in rural Colorado. We need to work together and come together to move our needs forward as a group. They say it is the United States of America, not the divided states of America. Out here, we also have a lot of value in our way of life in rural Colorado. We support home rule. We're against some of the, insane stuff coming out of our capital, like legalizing prostitution statewide. Some days I just don't know what they're thinking. One of the central keys is water and water optimization. That's pretty simple. That's just creating storage in reservoirs, maybe repairing old reservoirs, increasing storage capacity. That way we can hold that water when there's extra and release it to support our cities or our farms on dry years like this. We are actually in the driest year in recorded history in Senate District 35. So I'm, dreadfully concerned for our agricultural community. You run into like a double whammy where there's no moisture, so there's no grass, so you need to feed those animals hay, and of course there's very limited hay, so that skyrockets, and they're trying to buy our livestock out from underneath us at a real low price. So I'd, personally ask everyone for a request for prayer for some moisture for this season, because we definitely need it. Seniors. I come out of Werfenau County, which is the second oldest county per capita in the state of Colorado. And we need to, with kindness, love, and respect, see our seniors off with class and style. We need to move quickly to create, senior centers, different solutions to provide for that aging community. Affordable medical care is so important with that. Previously, I touched on, the OBGYN care, less and less hospitals. We need to be creative to reinvigorate our local clinics to serve our local rural populations of seniors. Seniors, my heart is with you at all times. All in all, the state of SD 35 is strong. We are strong workers, strong families, strong people, strong communities. But we need to come together and stand up for our community and our way of life. It is my honor to show up for each and every one of you. I don't care if you're Democrat. I was a Democrat years ago. I have classic historic democratic values. I believe in justice, equality, labor rights, women's rights. I personally gathered more signatures than any man in these 13 counties to protect women's reproductive rights through Amendment 79. That was a huge honor for me to get out there and fight for you, my daughter, my mother, your daughters. That said, that is the conclusion of our State of SD 35 address. I'm grateful for your support. I would ask that you go to our website, www.travis4colorado.com. You can get involved, get in touch. Please make a $20 donation or whatever you can afford. And again, Larisa, thank you so much, and God bless you.
God bless you.